Welcome back to the temple, messenger.
The Temple of Mara. For long have I avoided this place. Perhaps thou knew I needed to come here.
They laughed at me again, didn't ya?
Mother Mara,
They simply
dost thou
don't
hear me?
understand.
I'm
Dost
so
thou
sorry,
remember
my husband.
me?
You must remember, they're at the
I have
Bee and
been
Bard to
avoiding
drink, not to
When so
listen to
long
the
I
sing.
sought thou counsel.
Yes, I know.
Look upon me,
To show you
Mother.
there's more to life than
Remember
drowning
the
your
daughter
sorrows
you
in a
spoke
goblet
to
of
so
mead.
often, so long ago.
We're lucky to
Thou
have you
called
watching
to
over
me
us.
from the clutches of oblivion, and shined thy light to find my way home. Remember thine Sibyl's face. Please, let me know I reach thee. Was the light thee shined from the jaws of oblivion meant to lead the damned to her demise? Be well, Lady Mara. I apologize for calling thee Mother. Ghosts and belief of a past life. Nothing to squander thoughts of. I'm sure. What is thy need? Ghosts and belief of a past life. Nothing to squander thoughts of. Thou doesn't need to know. Perhaps it will. I will tell thee my story, however long I can bear it. My name was Gabrielle Clement. I was born in a small village located in High Rock. For the majority of my younger childhood, I lived amongst my family. A mother, a father, 5 brothers, 3 sisters, and another sibling on the way. We did not come from much, and yet we had riches in each other. However, in my 6th year, I began to hear a voice. I did not know where she came from nor her motives, but she aided me with advice, taught me kindness and
They
compassion.
laughed at me again, didn't ya?
Never
They
did I
simply
tell
don't
another of
understand.
her. Yet 2 years later, she would be discovered.
You must remember, they're at the
Priests
Bee
came
and
to my
Bard
homestead
drink.
and told me what I was hearing was the voice of Mara
Yes, I know.
herself.
I just wish to show
I
you
was a
there's
Sibyl
more to life
of
than
the lady.
drowning your sorrows in a goblet of mead.
Indeed.
You're a good man, Maramo.
I left my
We're
family
lucky to
and
have you watching over us.
went to a... I'm sorry. Can we continue this later? Thou hast my gratitude. Give me a day, and once we are someplace safe, we can continue. Right. My story. After I was taken by the priests, I was sent to live in a temple. For the first 2 years, I studied the will of Mara, not just from the priests, but from her as well. And soon after, I was asked to be trained in the ranks of the Maran Knights. The Maran Knights are a subsect of the Temple of Mara. We held the value of upholding our mother's will by all means necessary. I did not. Though the knights wished for me to join their ranks, the temple feared a Sibyl being subjected to blood. Instead, I was to take a different approach. Spread the word of Mara. Stop conflicts in her stead. All without a drop of blood from my saber. If I could not sway the parties, then I failed my duties. I would leave the wake of the battle and watch my failures make others perish. I had my first mission and first taste of failure by my 14th year. The next years were filled with many more. Yet I continued. For it was the will of my lady. Please, let us wait a bit longer. What is thy need? We shall speak later. For years, I continued to fulfill the will of Mara. But it wouldn't last forever. I believe I was 18 when I broke her trust. It was to merely end a conflict between two lovers. One was filled with so much hate against the other, for the sake of their kin. And as I heard their tales of absolute anguish, I too shared their anger. I never did wish harm upon a soul until that day. What he did. I regret many things. But despite how everything went wrong from that point forward, I don't regret that one choice. I had tried many times after. I left the temple and set out on my own to reconnect with her. But it never came. During my retreat, I headed for Caecily Island. I hoped the joy and quaintness of the nearby village would help me. But little did I know that the Daedric prince Mehrunes Dagon had plans for its populace. Because of a deal struck with the prince, the island, along with all its villagers, along with me, was sucked into oblivion. When I came to, it was too late for them. Dagon had killed them all. He struck a deal with his summoner, and this deal led to the villagers' demise. But I was not part of such a deal, but an outsider who got caught in the fray. Dagon was joyous of this. I can't. Not right now. I had now found myself within the Deadlands, the realm of Dagon, where many souls lost their become toys for the other Dremora. Dagon would not pass up an opportunity to play with a Sibyl of Mara. He killed me every day. One moment I would wake upon a breaking wheel and he would shatter my bones. Another time, I'd be set off in his hunting grounds and I was forced to play the part of his prey. Every night, I prayed to Mara to let the next time he gutted me be the last. But it never came. I never heard of her. And so, I had to look to the only will I could count on. Mine. She gave up on me! I did whatever it took to survive. The men I slaughtered, the souls of the innocent I flayed, all amused the prince and left me unharmed from his torture. Perhaps he simply took glee in my mental toll. This was my will for the next many centuries. Not here. Not now. Let me see thy map. There. This is where we must go. Lovely day, is it not? It was a gate to Oblivion. For centuries, it's been chipped away to harness its resources, used to make structures and buildings. They thought they could put it to some use. But still, to many it's just a grim reminder. Even to me. It was through this gate she whispered to me. Her words unshackled my bonds, and I fought my way to this gate. And when I passed through, I saw the skies of Nirn again. Rain dripped upon my flesh, and I felt whole. But my chest would burst, and crimson covered my armor, an arrow sticking up from my heart. The guards who stood watch were all too eager to protect their homes from the Daedra, and they saw me as one. I'm not sure how I stand here today. I awoke from the burning ashes of the imps and Dremora. To this day I wonder, is it Mara's doing, or Dagon's? Or has another come to toil and play with my soul? I heard her in Oblivion. She called to me, yet now I hear nothing. Why? What will must she have to play with my life like a doll? I do not know. I wanted answers, but she gave me none. Perhaps I must come to terms with it. My God has truly abandoned me. Thou is the only soul who has heard my tale. I wish to give thee thanks for lending thy ear. The weight of all these centuries have not been lifted, but I take solace in knowing I could let the words escape my breath.